Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. This is our first community highlights video. So I'm here today with Deirdre, and she is from CALC, and she's going to talk a little bit about what that is and what they do and the services they provide for everybody. So thank you for coming, Deirdre.
You're welcome, Virginia. Thank you for having me. So yeah, I'm going to give you some information about our community legal clinic. All of our information, including a little presentation about what we do, you can find on our website. So if you Google Community Legal Center, center with the Canadian spelling, TRE, you'll get lots of information about our services. So we are the Community Legal Center. Some people call us the Legal Clinic or CALC, any of those names. That's who we are, and we're a nonprofit community legal clinic. We provide free legal advice, information, and representation, and we're governed by a board of directors funded by Legal Aid Ontario. One of the things we hear from people is that they're nervous about contacting a legal center because they think they're going to end up with a big legal bill. So it's important for people to know that all our services are free, that you're not going to be billed for contacting us. In terms of the areas of law, we provide services, legal services that help people keep a roof over their head and food on the table. So our two biggest areas are helping tenants. So any kind of dispute, if you're a tenant that you have with your landlord, whether it's about being evicted, or you're unable to pay your rent, or you're living in a place where there's disrepair and the landlord won't repair anything, any of those kind of services we help tenants with. Our other biggest area is helping people with income security issues. So if you're receiving government income assistance, whether it's from Ontario Works, what used to be called welfare, all these government programs regularly change their names, which makes it hard for people to keep up with, but basically any government income security. So welfare, ODSP, Canada Pension Plan, employment insurance. If you have any legal issue with any of those programs, you can call us. We also do employment law, so we help workers in issues like wrongful dismissal at work, sexual harassment at work, or if you're fired from your job, or if you're injured at work. So for example, if you've been denied what used to be called workers' compensation, what's now Workers' Safety Insurance Board. The other area we help with are consumer and debt. So legal issues around things like collection agencies that may be harassing you, or perhaps you signed a contract to get a air purifier or air conditioner or furnace or something like that in your home, and the terms of the contract are really unfair. You can call us about that. And then we also help seniors, and we define seniors as people over 60 with things like wills or powers of attorney. What we don't do is family or criminal law, so that's also funded by Legal Aid Ontario, but is a separate service. So you contact Legal Aid Ontario directly. They have a 1-800 number, and they will provide you with a certificate to take to a private bar lawyer. In terms of contacting us, we're open from 9 to noon and 1 to 5, Monday to Friday. Our phone number is 1-877-966-8686. Since the pandemic, we've also had a contact us form on our website. So if it's easier for you to contact us through using our website, you can do that. We're not seeing walk-in clients in person. So we're asking during the pandemic for everyone to call us or use the contact us link on our website. We will see people if it's an urgent matter, but we ask that all contact be through the phone. In terms of where we serve all of Hastings and Prince Edward County, and we also serve the Tyendinaga Mohawk Territory and the southern half of Lennox and Addington. So we have little satellite offices in different communities, but again, all the contacts through our Belleville office. The other thing that I wanted to mention was a new project that we're doing to stop sexual harassment in the workplace. So we've been funded by the federal government, which is different than the rest of our fundings all through Legal Aid Ontario. So this is federal funding through the Justice Department, and it's to do a project to help prevent and eliminate sexual harassment in the workplace. So we're providing free legal advice to any worker who's been subjected to sexual harassment in the workplace. And we're also providing free legal education workshops to both workers and workplaces, employers or organizations, to help them prevent and eliminate sexual harassment in the workplace. So in addition to those kind of individual and client services, we're also involved in different community development or law reform and systemic advocacy campaigns. So involved with groups like a founding member of the Poverty Roundtable and the Affordable Housing Action Coalition, as an example. So have a look at our website. We have lots of public legal education there. We also have a quarterly newsletter that you can sign up for on our website. We also link to Steps to Justice, which is a really good, credible source of legal information in those areas that we practice in. So I think that's kind of my information, Virginia. Did you have any questions or want clarification on anything?
So I just want to point out that the links mentioned will be in the description below the video. So if you're looking for the links, they'll be there. So you can always click on them. So you are a free service. Is there any guidelines that people have to meet to receive the free legal advice?
So in terms of one-time summary advice, anyone can call us regardless of their income. In terms of whether or not we'll provide more services, so representation, under the legal aid guidelines, you have to be a low-income person, and that's generally about under $19,000 for a single person. Anyone who's in receipt of government income sources like Ontario Works or ODSP or Old Age Security are eligible for our services. The federal project that I talked about with the sexual harassment in the workplace, it doesn't have any income guidelines, which is exciting for us. So it means that we can help any worker who's been sexually harassed in the workplace, regardless of their income.
Okay, so that's really great. And I think that's everything. You've really covered it. And I think people will know now where to go when they have a legal question. And if somebody has a question for you, if they want a referral, can they call you for referrals as well?
Yes, absolutely. We know that people get really confused about what legal aid does in terms of family or criminal and what we do. So we have lots of great resources and really encourage people to call us for help. If we can't help them, then we'll definitely refer them to someone who can.
Okay, that's awesome. I'd also like to point out that at the library, we do have some little pamphlets to take away on different subjects. So we get them from, I think that we get it from CLEO, yep. Which is another legal education center, and it's an Ontario organization. So you can get those too. So we have things like tenancy rights, and they're just little information pamphlets, which are nice to take away. But if you have a more in-depth question, obviously CALC is a really great place to go. So thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Thanks very much for doing this project.
Yeah, and I hope that this helps people find a little bit more clarity on where to turn. So,
yep,
okay,
great.
Thanks, Deirdre.
Thanks very much. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too.